So the Bills did it. They finally pulled the plug. Sean McDermott is out.
Yep.
And if you're a Bills fan, you're looking at your phone thinking, is promoting Joe Brady genius or is it it's just a total disaster?
It feels like a massive gamble. And our mission today is to unpack this Orchard Park paradox.
Right.
The team says they need a whole new structure to win a championship.
They promote the guy from The Office right next door.
Exactly. We've got McDermott-era stats, the tape from that awful Denver playoff loss, and Brady's history. It's a lot.
Okay, let's start with McDermott. I mean, look at the record. 98-50. 5 straight AFC East titles.
Most teams would kill for that.
They would.
Oh.
He broke a 17-year playoff drought, so why blow it all up now?
That's the fair question.
Yeah.
On paper, he was their savior. But the stats show they hit a really hard playoff wall.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't get past the divisional round in 4 of the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference between being a good team and a championship team, you know?
Sure, but you don't fire a guy with almost 100 wins over a general feeling. There had to be a snapping point.
Oh, there was. It was that 33-30 overtime loss to Denver.
Ooh.
If you watch that game, it wasn't just a loss. It was a complete and total collapse. The offense turned the ball over 5 times.
And 4 of those were on Josh Allen.
4 of them.
That fumble before halftime, that felt like an execution problem, not a coaching problem.
I mean, true, but then you flip to the defense. Late in the game, McDermott goes to a prevent defense.
Which so often just prevents you from winning.
Exactly. It let Denver just march right down the field. That call right there cost him the locker room.
Yeah, I saw Jordan Phillips publicly called the move stupid. You can't come back from that.
Nope. So the players lose faith. Ownership needs a change. Which brings us back to the replacement. Joe Brady.
The youngest head coach in the entire league at 36.
And their internal offensive coordinator.
So ownership says, we want a fresh start. Then they hire the only candidate from the existing staff. It's the opposite of fresh.
It's the core contradiction. If you want a radical change, why hire the architect of the current offense?
Mm.
And honestly, Brady's resume has some big holes.
Okay, let's talk about that. Everyone points to LSU in 2019.
Right, with Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, to be fair, I think I could have coached that offense to a title.
I mean, that's what critics call an attribution error.
Okay.
Did Brady make those guys great? Or did those once-in-a-generation players make Brady look like a genius? Because when he went to Carolina...
Without that talent,
he gets fired for running an offense that was described as, quote, vanilla.
And it's not like the offense was flawless last season here in Buffalo either.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's sacks tripled to 40.
It's a huge regression. The film shows this deep reliance on what they call hero ball.
Just let Josh run around and make a miracle happen.
And sometimes that works, but it also leads to games where you score 0 points in the first 3 quarters.
Hero ball is terrifying when your hero is 29 and has a lingering foot injury. Allen's in that now or never window.
And that's the biggest risk here. The relationship. Allen apparently weighed in on this hire. They have like a brother-like bond.
Which sounds great. Chemistry is good. But does a brother hold you accountable for playing reckless football?
That is the multi-million-dollar question.
Mm-hmm.
Because if no one is there to rein in that reckless play, you get more turnovers, more injuries.
And remember, they are moving into the new $2.2 billion Highmark Stadium this fall.
The pressure to win immediately is just enormous.
So you've got this state-of-the-art building, but the team's foundation is this experimental leadership structure, just as your Super Bowl window might be closing.
It's a franchise building for the future, but they seem completely tethered to the tactical limits of their past.
Which leaves you wondering, if your goal is to finally break through that ceiling, does it really make sense to hand the keys to the person who helped build the floor?
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself, does this feel like a fresh start, or is it just a comfortable mistake? Thanks for listening to this deep dive.